Zhangjiajie National Park is China's first national park, established in 1982. It is a strong contender to be China's most breathtaking nature site. Located in southern China province of Hunan, Zhangjiajie has 243 peaks and more than 3,000 pinnacles and spires made of quartzite sandstone found nowhere else in the world. Nearby ancient towns of Gurong and Fenghuang are a must-visit, and I will show them in a separate video. Here, I share what to see and how to plan for a 4-day visit. This is the location of Zhangjiajie National Park. I would recommend staying in Wulingyuan Town, which is located next to the Zhangjiajie Park East entrance. Zhangjiajie city is around 40 kilometers or 50 minutes away. You can get this useful map from your hotel. For the first day, I recommend visiting Yuanjiajie, Tianzi Mountain, and 10 Mile Gallery as shown in this map with sequence indicated by the numbers. Depending on your hotel location, it will be 10 to 20 minutes walk to the east entrance. Alternatively, you get Didi Taxi. For explanation on essential apps that include e-payment and various transportation, please watch the last section of my Beijing or Shanghai video. You can purchase Zhangjiajie National Park entrance tickets on site or through trip.com. It is valid for 3 consecutive days and includes unlimited rides on the park buses. I bought the package that includes 4 one-time only rides on the Bailong elevator and other cable cars. Once past the east entrance, take the bus that goes to Bailong elevator. The bus ride will take about 25 minutes. Bailong elevator is the world's tallest outdoor elevator. In just 2 minutes, it will bring you 326 meters to the top. The elevator has 2 levels. Don't worry if you find yourself squeezed in the middle and not able to take photos. The glass is not that clean and you will see better views later. At the top, walk 10 minutes to reach the bus stop. From here, the bus will bring you to Yuanjiajie in 8 minutes. This bus route is traveling at the top of the mountain. Yuanjiajie is the most famous and popular section of Zhangjiajie National Park. When people mention Zhangjiajie being the inspiration for the movie Avatar, they are referring to the views here. The closest area is the fascinating platform, where several viewpoints linked by walking paths presents you with breathtaking views of the peaks and spires. I find that the viewpoints are often the best photo spots, so the park did a great job in choosing their locations. You can notice that the whole area is not that crowded. I am visiting in late March, which is the shoulder season. I would recommend at this time or late autumn, as summer and early autumn tends to be more crowded. However, the weather can be colder, so wear more layers. At Yuanjiajie, there are some Chinese snack stores and toilets at certain locations, but no restaurants. Next location is the Heaven Pillar or Hallelujah Mountain. Hallelujah Mountain is the area of levitating pillars in the movie Avatar. I think the association with the movie is overdone and unnecessary, as the views here are truly a wonder. The last location is First Bridge in the world. This is a natural stone bridge of 20 meters long, linking 2 peaks at a height of 400 meters. The red ribbon strips you see here are wishes written by visitors. From its entrance up to this point, it would take 3 hours. Finally, make your way to the bus stop. The bus from Yuanjiajie will end at Wulong Village intersection. Here, you can either catch the cable car to Yuanjiajie or you can catch the bus to Tianzi Mountain. I am skipping Yuanjiajie as it offers the same view as Yuanjiajie but from the opposite direction. The bus to Tianzi Mountain will take 25 minutes. At Tianzi Mountain, you will see a large outdoor food court selling Chinese food. I would recommend having lunch here. The only Western food I saw is a McDonald's farther in that I will show later. Tianzi Mountain is one of the 4 main sections of Zhangjiajie National Park and is the highest peak. The other 3 sections are the Yuanjiajie that I visited earlier today, Yuanjiajie that I mentioned I will be skipping, and Huangshi Village that I will visit on tomorrow. Even though Yuanjiajie is the most famous section, I find the views at Tianzi Mountain section to be the most spectacular. There are many peaks or spires rising close to each other like a stone forest, and if you are lucky, they will be partially hidden in fog, making the view resembles a Chinese watercolor painting. A bit further past the viewing area is the McDonald's I mentioned, and the bus stop is nearby, which brings you to the Tianzi Mountain cable car after a 5 minutes ride. From here, the cable car brings you down to ground level. From Yuanjiajie bus stop, having lunch and getting up to this point would roughly take 2.5 hours. From the bus stop, get into the line that goes to 10 Mile Gallery. This is the only place without English signboard, so look out for the words in Chinese. It is a walking path in the valley that let you see the peaks from ground level as opposed from above. Despite its name, the path is only 2.9 km long, but you have to walk back the same way, so total length about 5.8 km. Luckily, there is a slow-moving sightseeing tram that you can take either one or both ways. Along the path, you will certainly see wild monkeys. The signboards warn against feeding them, but some visitors still do. The monkeys didn't seem aggressive, but do be careful. At the end of the path is 3 distinct peaks named Three Sisters Peak. There are a few snacks and souvenir stores here and a small monkey park. Again, you will find tourists ignoring the warning not to feed the monkeys. From Tianzi Mountain cable car bus stop until finishing 10 Mile Gallery will take about 2.5 hours. Take the bus back to East Entrance and likely close to 5 PM now. I will show a bit on Wulingyuan Town at end of second day. For the second day, I recommend visiting Huangshi Village and Golden Whip Stream as shown in this map. We will end the day by going out from East Entrance. From Wulingyuan, take a 20 minutes DD ride to the South Entrance. The tickets are valid for entry from South Entrance as well. After getting in, it is about 15 minutes walk to the bus stop that will bring you to the Huangshi Village cable car. The cable car ride is only a quick 5 minutes. Huangshi Village isn't a village at all. It is a huge natural stone platform at 1080 meters high. The walking path is a loop around the edge with length of about 5.8 kilometers. Huangshi Village isn't connected to the other areas by bus at the top, unlike Yuanjiajie, Yuanjiajie, and Tianzi Mountain are, as it is a stand-alone peak. Walking the whole loop would take close to 2.5 hours. As you explore the loop, all the notable viewpoints have their own name. For example, this place named Echo Cliff. If you shout, you will hear an echo. I find that Huangshi Village path has more stairs both going up and going down compared to Yuanjiajie and Tianzi Mountain. So it is definitely more strenuous to walk compared to the other sections. And I could see some visitors here bring along hiking sticks. Even though the path throughout Zhangjiajie National Park is paved and are sturdy wooden planks, I would recommend at least wearing comfortable walking shoes. Total time for visiting Huangshi Village plus lunch should be 3.5 hours. Before going down using the cable car, do get some lunch here as there are no food stalls at Golden Whip Stream. From Huangshi Village cable car bus stop, catch the bus to Big Oxygen Bar Square. This is the start of the hiking path for Golden Whip Stream. It is a very beautiful paved hiking path running beside a clear stream. I find this route to be a lot more scenic than 10 Mile Gallery the day before, and you'll also see lesser crowds as there are no tram service here. The complete route is 7.5 kilometers long and will take 3 hours with some breaks. Good news is that you do not need to turn back if you go all the way to the end. Alternatively, you can just go as far as you wish and turn back. There is only one path, so there are no worries about getting lost. Along the way, you will see signboards explaining the various named peaks. Toilets are far in between, so do use them when you see one. Benches are more frequently found, so you could bring some snacks and drinks to take breaks in between and really take in the scenery. There are no snack stalls until we reach the end of the route. The path is just beside the stream, and at many points, you can easily sidestep and touch the clear water stream. When you reach the end, the place is called Water Winding Four Gates, and you can catch the bus to east entrance to exit the park. Total time taken is about 3.5 hours, and it is likely close to 4 p.m. now. I will show a bit of the main streets in Wulingyuan Town near the east entrance of Zhangjiajie National Park. If you are staying in Wulingyuan, it will be near this area. Wulingyuan Town is much smaller compared to Zhangjiajie City, so in terms of food choices, it is almost exclusively Chinese food. There are at least 24 Chinese restaurants to choose from. As this area is populated by ethnic minority Tujia, most shops are selling their specialty dishes. The only exception I saw is a Chinese burger shop called Tian. It's actually decent, tasted like KFC hot and spicy burger. There are also several fruit shops with good variety of fruits. Other than that, there are a number of clothing shops and convenience stores. The streets are clean and it's easy to get a DD taxi even in early morning. Even though there isn't much to do at night here, I still recommend staying here at least for 3 days, as the location for the third day are much closer to Wulingyuan Town than Zhangjiajie City. Trip.com offer the best choice of accommodations compared to Agoda or Booking.com. A quick reminder to help like and subscribe to my channel for the next travel video. For the third day, I recommend visiting Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge, Grand Canyon, and Yellow Dragon Cave as shown in this map. In the morning, get a DD taxi to bring you to Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge entrance. The ride should take about 35 minutes. You can purchase the ticket through Trip.com before the trip and choose Line B option, as this covers both Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge and Grand Canyon. You will spend around 3.5 hours here. Once inside, you have to put on shoe covers. The bridge was opened in 2016 and is 430 meters long and suspended at 300 meters above ground. The highlight would be to take photos on top of the glass, making it look like you are suspended in the air. Besides just walking over the glass bridge, there are also adventure activities that you can do, such as bungee jumping, zip lining over the gorge, doing the Via Ferrata, and riding slides down to the gorge. However, these activities would require additional fee. Actually, the glass bridge itself do feel a bit gimmicky. After crossing to the other end, take the path going down to the gorge. The zip line also starts from here. There are 3 sets of sequential elevators that you can take to get to the bottom of the gorge, but only the first elevator is included in the ticket price. I decided to walk down from that point just for the experience. It is a long flight of stairs that will take you about 25 minutes. If you don't mind the second and third elevator costs, I would recommend taking them, as taking the stairs are rough on your knees. Just before the entrance of the gorge, there is a Chinese burger restaurant if you are hungry. There are no snacks or food stalls beyond this point. While the glass bridge can feel gimmicky and artificial, the Grand Canyon is amazing. It is a quiet walk along wooden or paved path in a very beautiful gorge. As the path is 4 kilometers long and will take 1.5 hours to reach the end, there are not many visitors that reach this far. The path is flat and not hot as it runs along the bottom of the cliff. It is such an experience walking through the stunning gorge filled with high cliffs, waterfalls, lush greenery, and turquoise waters. A bit after the midway point, there is a small stall selling drinks. And later you will pass through a small cave which used to shelter bandits. The final section requires a short 10 minutes boat ride to reach the exit. The boat might wait 15 minutes to gather enough passengers. The boat ride is already included in the ticket price. The area beyond the exit looked deserted with empty shops, which I guess is due to the lack of tourists walking the Grand Canyon. There is a free shuttle bus that brings you to the glass bridge entrance, but you should go out from the area and get a DD taxi to go to the next location, the Yellow Dragon Cave. Once the DD taxi drops you off after a 20-minute ride, walk past the row of souvenir and food shops. Then cross the bridge to reach the Yellow Dragon Cave, or in Chinese, Huanglong Cave scenic area. At the time of my visit, there is a beautiful rapeseed field near the entrance. It takes another 10 minutes walk past some traditional looking buildings, which actually are gift shops, artificial ponds, pavilion, and water view before you reach the ticket office. Get both the cave and cruise tickets. As the guide only speaks in Chinese, you can skip the guide service. You will still follow a guide, but you don't get an earpiece that transmits the guide's voice. The cave may not feel that authentic, especially in the beginning, due to the multicolored lighting and completely paved route, but there are good cave stalactites and stalagmites view later. Quite early on, you will take a short 10 minutes boat ride on the underground river, bringing you 800 meters into the cave. The whole cave system is an impressive 15 kilometers long, but only half are developed for tourism. The lake or river is 2.8 kilometers long and the boat ride only covers 800 meters. The route is full of stairs, both going up and down, so do prepare comfortable walking shoes as you will need to walk 2.4 kilometers. The paved path may feel unnatural, but it does significantly improve on safety. As shown, the stalactites and stalagmites are fairly impressive, and the cave itself is huge. The walk in the cave would take about 2 hours, so you will need close to 3 hours in total for the visit. By now it should be close to 4 PM. I would recommend leaving Wulingyuan Town and stay in Zhangjiajie city for tonight, as the places visited tomorrow are near the city. For the 4th day, I recommend visiting Tianmen Mountain and watching the Mount Tianmen Fox Ferry show. Both are located just south of Zhangjiajie city as shown in this map. In the morning, take a DD taxi to Tianmen Mountain cable car entrance. Get this map from the information desk. Tianmen Mountain scenic area is not just the Tianmen Cave. Above the cave is a huge walking loop route along the cliff that is about 6 km long. Considering breaks and lunch, it will take close to 4 hours just for Tianmen Mountain top. You can purchase the Line A tickets on trip.com. The journey starts with taking the world's longest cable car, which is 7.5 km long and takes 28 minutes. The cable car will bring you from the city over the outskirts and up onto top of Tianmen Mountain, which is at 1,518 meters. Tianmen Mountain means Heaven's Gate in Chinese, so named due to the giant cave in the middle. Once reaching the top, you can either walk east or west, but I would recommend west. The whole route is paved and mostly flat. About 15 minutes later, you will reach the western glass bottom path. It is optional, where you have to pay 5 renminbi to walk it. It is only 60 meters long and you will need to put on shoe covers. There are 2 more areas with glass bottom path, but I think doing one is enough. A bit after, on western path, you will reach Gurigu Walkway. Here is a 1600 meters long portion where the path is perched on the side of the cliff as opposed to being on top of the mountain. It is 1400 meters above ground. While walking it, you can look down to the beautiful mountain view. After that is a suspension bridge that will swing a bit while you are crossing it. Then you reach a small brick area with a lady playing Chinese musical instrument. Not long after, you will reach Tianmen Mountain Temple. Tianmen Mountain Temple is a Buddhist temple complex. The original, considerably smaller temple was built during the Tang Dynasty more than 1000 years ago. Then it was replaced with another temple about 500 years ago during the Qing Dynasty. And finally, it was completely rebuilt in 1949 while maintaining the original temple style. The area outside the temple has a souvenir and drinks stall, as well as one restaurant with very limited food options. The next food area is a bit more than 1 hour away, so you should decide if you want to eat here or wait. Once past the Tianmen Mountain Temple area, you are now in the east route, as opposed to the west route that you came from. There is another optional glass bottom path here, and the cliffside path offers similar views. After another 1 hour plus of walking, you would reach the area where you can take the elevator down to Tianmen Cave. You can view the winding road buses take to reach the Tianmen Mountain Square. At the escalators through the mountain area, there is a Burger King and several food stalls if you have not taken your lunch. Before you take the escalators down, walk a bit further to reach the elevated walkway path. From here, you can view Tianmen Cave from above. It's a popular spot to take photos. The elevator down to Tianmen Cave is included in the Line A ticket fee. It consists of 7 sets of very long escalators inside the mountain. After hours of walking on the mountain top, the escalators will come as a relief. The escalators will bring you to the Tianmen Cave. At this close distance, it is actually difficult to take pictures of the cave itself. Best photo to take is to take the photo of the 999 steps down to the square below. At the side of the cave is another set of 5 escalators. These are not included with the tickets and you have to pay if you want to take them to reach the square below. Or you can take the stairs back down for free. From the square, it is the best spot to take photos of Tianmen Cave or Heaven's Gate. Tianmen's Cave is a karst cave, 131.5 meters high, 57 meters wide and 60 meters deep. The square has some snack stores, souvenir and tea shops, but no restaurant. You can expect the most crowd around this area. Some visitors just take a bus or cable car to visit the area instead of going to the top of the mountain. To go down, walk 15 minutes to the cable car station from the square. And since it only goes down to the valley and not back to the city, it only takes less than 10 minutes. When you purchase the tickets on trip.com, there is another option named Line B. Line B route is the exact reverse of the Line A route. The area where the cable car station ends is just beside the venue for Mount Tianmen Fox Ferry Show. As you head towards the exit, you can get a view of the scale of the stage area. By now, it should be around 3 PM and the show is only starting at 8:20 PM. I took the free shuttle bus to return to the cable car station in the city where I started the day. Get some rest and dinner before catching a Didi taxi to the show later in the evening. Mount Tianmen Fox Ferry show can be booked via trip.com. Entry to the venue is around 8 p.m. As the show is open air, it could be pretty cold at night during spring and autumn, so wear necessary layers. There is no live singing in the show. It is a dance-like stage performance telling the story of the legendary Fox Ferry, lasting 1 hour. However, the production value is very good, easily 100 performers with moving stage, mist and water effects, visual projections, and great choreography. The show might be closed during November to February months. I booked VIP tickets, but I would recommend against it as normal seats are actually closer to the stage. The only difference is normal seats are plastic seats with no back support, while VIP seats are like cinema style seats. And the VIP area is under a roof, while standard seats are open air. Lastly, I list out the cost of the activities for reference. Do pause if you'd like to have a look. For explanation on essential apps that include e-payment and various transportation, please watch the last section of my Beijing or Shanghai videos. While visiting Zhangjiajie, I highly recommend staying one night each at Furong and Fenghuang ancient towns, just an hour away. I will cover these towns in my next video. Hope this information helps for your trip to Zhangjiajie. A quick reminder to help like and subscribe to my channel.